What's going on, guys? This is John from Texas Wiles,
Rooster from Rooster Outdoors.
and you are listening to the Wiley Rooster Boys Outdoor Podcast. Man, I don't know about you, but my thumbs are tore up.
Dude, I was showing my wife. I was like, feel my thumb. She's like, God, that's rough. I was like, it's called bass thumb. She's like, it's called what? Because she didn't hear the beat. But,
What's funny is it on mine, I guess, I don't know, it goes down beyond my thumb. It's like kind of on the meaty part of my hand where my thumb is. I don't really know how that happened.
right.
Or maybe that's for something else. I don't know.
Well,
But
I know the one tore my pointer finger up. Went and grabbed him with my left hand. Him flopping around, dude. Yeah, he tore some skin off there.
that's what happens whenever you're dealing with tanks, man.
I mean, to tell you.
So, guys, we're back, and we're kind of back to some normalcy, I would say.
That's what I would say. I mean, I was kind of on a hiatus last weekend.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
wanted to, but I had some things going on I kind of had to handle, so
Yeah, I understand.
you and Frankie pretty well had to handle.
It was a good time, especially letting him know, voice to voice. I guess it would be that we won. But guys, it is good to be back, and we had a terrific day today. We hit up the honey hole. I think I got there. It was right at sunrise. I got there, and I think I had a fish on board before. I say on board, I was bank fishing, but I had a fish on. Landed. I think just one before you got there. I wasn't there probably 15, 20 minutes before you got there.
Yeah, I was kind of jealous that I seen you were there,
But you brought up that word jealous.
man. I like to use the word redemption.
Yeah, folks.
Jealous.
Tell them what happened.
I just want to start out by saying rattle traps. You know,
Booyah.
people use stink bait, chicken livers, gizzards, stuff like that. But I caught me a catfish today. He was, what, 9 pounds?
Yeah, yeah, and that'll bring us to another point here in a second. But yeah, you go
It
ahead.
will. It will. And I mean, it wasn't a bad fish at all, for a little catfish. It was the first thing I caught out there. First thing this morning, I was just going and boom, got him. Of course, I'm hollering at John, hey, I'm like, this is a decent one, get over here.
Right?
But the point John was talking about brings us into is gauging fish sizes.
Especially catfish.
Yes, because a few weeks back, if you guys were listening, you know that I had hooked onto another catfish, got it up to the shore. Well, I was guessing it to be 10 to 15 pounds. And I mean to tell you, that one I caught this morning wasn't even but half the size of that one I caught the other day. So I'm going to say it was probably closer to 20, 25 pounds.
That is awesome.
I really wish I could have landed the other one now,
Yeah, right? And, that kind of skews my judgment of the one that straightened out my hooks on that rattle trap, as it were, out there at Lake Edelman up in that creek. So, man,
I could have.
as big as it was, I honestly don't know what I would have done or how I would have even gotten it on the kayak with me. But dadgummit, I wanted to try.
Exactly.
I didn't have the opportunity. But, man, on the day we had 26 bass. Rooster, yours was what, 4.4? Your biggest?
Or, yep, that was my biggest.
My biggest was 4.1. But, man, I tell you what, all this happened in the span of just under 3 hours, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really, I mean, it kind of died off there towards the end. So,
Yeah, it did.
I mean, it was there for a little bit. It was just bam, bam, bam.
Man, I tried plastics today. I landed one fish on a soft plastic today, which, I guess that's actually a good segue for something else we wanted to talk about. We're getting there, so it's the fall transition, right? We're experiencing some cool mornings, Temperatures are starting to cool off. I think this later in the week, this week, I think we're supposed to be in the high of 70s right here where we're at, and that's going to be great.
Beautiful. Yes. Yes. I can't wait.
But just a little bit about the fall transition. I'm not an expert by any means, but what I do know is during this transition, you're definitely going to want to hit up creeks, small coves, just anywhere where there's a lot of shallower water. Shallow could be, you're talking, you got 3 levels of water: bottom, middle, and top. And top being, the first 1 to 3 feet, middle, so and so, whatever. So, use your best judgment. Pay attention. Do you see any fry? Do you see shad? Do you see anything moving and stuff like that? And chase them, And something else this time of year, hard baits, like lipless rattle traps, crank baits, jerk baits, stuff like that. That's key. That was proven today. Man, rattle traps absolutely killed it.
Yep.
That's really all I know of in my limited storehouse of knowledge about bass fishing.
Yeah.
But
Man, I know there's some folk out there catching.
oh
I sent you that guy on Instagram, didn't I?
yes,
Like fishing with Frisky or something like that. I follow him on there, and I mean, this guy's been slaying 7-8 pound bass here lately.
man.
Just laying them, dude.
One of these days, man, I'm gonna get a double digit. Like I was telling you earlier, I before I die, I better land me a double digit. And I still think that's gonna be bittersweet because I'm still just gonna be hunting for it after,
Yeah.
But
I mean, it'll come in good time. It's
yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying trying, of course.
yeah. I mean, I remember, but I know exactly what you're saying. It's kind of like, oh, dude, we work with his boy. He's caught double digits already. It's like, where do you go from there?
Yeah, that's
When I was back in Nebraska, there was a guy. I say this guy is his kid. I can't remember how big it was. It was this monster whitetail he shot.
mm,
And that's what all the old timers said. They're like, that's awesome for him.
Was
The
he
kid was like 19. But they're like, where do you go from there?
was he typical or non-typical?
Dude, I couldn't tell you. I'd have to. It was in the newspaper. I have to go back and look.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know the kid, but I mean, it's awesome for him. But where do you go from there?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You ever see my rack for my first buck? Dude, you'd be like, what the? 3x4, but hey, it was my first buck. Proud of that 3x4.
Hey, I got a 3x4 desk mount right here sitting next to me. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't
But
nothing wrong.
he was big body. He's probably pushing 180, 190.
That's how this guy is. A big old muley, big old thick net for the run. He was a hog.
Before I forget, I do want to bring something up. Our videos that we put out about that survival challenge, I know that we're kind of, beating this subject to death, but I did want to give a shout out. I don't know who it was that decided to go ahead and buy some stuff from Bigfoot, but we got the kickback from that, and we are very appreciative. Thank you so much for doing that, and keep that up.
Absolutely. And you ain't going to be disappointed with your purchase.
No, not at all. But real quick, let's take a break, and we will be right back. Hey, y'all. I wanted to take a moment to tell you guys about one of our sponsors. Not only are they one of our sponsors, but they are an incredible American company, and they sell fire starting gear. The name of this company is Bigfoot Bushcraft. Now, this stuff works exactly as it is advertised. You take one of those plugs, expose the fibers, one strike with that ferro rod, you got yourself a flame. A decent flame at that. And this flame will burn for 5 minutes or more. So you get that thing put on your tinder, and that's more than enough time to get yourself a sustainable fire. So be sure to head on over to BigfootBushcraft.com. Use discount code WileyRoosterBoys, all one word, at checkout for 15% off your order. And every order placed with our discount code helps support our show. So get on over there, get you some gear, and get you a fire. All right, so I just mentioned that we're appreciative of you guys checking out Bigfoot Bushcraft and whatnot, and every purchase you make with our discount code help support the show. And that's going to bring us to our next subject, which this is kind of awkward.
Yes, it is.
I don't like talking about this. I don't like bringing this up because it just makes me feel dirty. But it's the nature of the beast. We have now made the podcast to where you guys, the fans, if you so choose, you can donate money to the show, and that money helps us keep going, helps us on our outings, helps us, tremendously, because this isn't an extremely expensive venture just yet, but we want to be able to get out there and we want to be able to do a whole lot more stuff and bring it to you guys, whether it be through the podcast, whether it be through YouTube. We want to be able to bring you guys quality content. And so should you choose to do that, there is going to be a link in the description. It's like Anchor support or something like that. It'll stand out. You'll see it. It'll be labeled. So we're not
Isn't it like 3 different tiers as well?
Yes, it's like $1, $5, $10, whatever you choose. And I'm not sitting here on bended knee groveling for money at all. I'm not doing that. This is up to you guys. If you want to do it, cool. If not, completely cool. This is just something that we found could help us out in the future. And
I just wanted to say, again, yeah, we're not asking for it. I know me and you had talked, if people do so choose to donate or whatever, we had talked about taking some of that money and maybe down the road doing like a combo giveaway or something like that.
And what we're thinking is if we can get 10 supporters, we're going to do a giveaway, whether it be a combo, whether it be, and Mike, if you're listening to this is probably the first time you're going to hear this. Sorry for putting you out there, buddy. But if you guys saw the knife that Mike made for me, now it may not be one like that, and it may not even happen, Mike. Sorry, but maybe we can get in with Mike and see if he would be interested in making a custom knife as a giveaway. Because Mike, your stuff is quality, and I'd love to get your brand out there, man. You make some good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait to see my knife, man. And I see how yours work. I'm just ecstatic, dude.
Yeah, I know it.
But as well, Mike, we need to talk. Me and John had something we wanted to talk to you about.
Yes, we did. And this was one of those things, but you're kind of hearing about it right now. Sorry, buddy. I'll be getting a text here in a while. And I guess something else is there is I kind of made a website. No, I didn't. I didn't make the website. There was an ad on the face space that I saw called like pod site, pod page, something like that. And I kind of just fumbled my way through it, and there is a website now for the podcast, but it's through Podpage. So if you guys stumble across the Wiley Rooster Boys on Podpage, just know it's a work in progress. It's kind of just thrown together at this point, so you give us time. It'll look better in time.
Yeah, like you said, it's kind of nature of the beast. We got some things down the road we're wanting to work on. This is something we're going to have to add down the road.
Yeah, definitely.
Given neither one of us really messed with that before.
No, I'm really not techie. I'm not. I mean, I can fumble my way through a lot of things, but I'm not exactly a tech person. But fake it till you make it, right?
That's right.
What the other night I sent you that I think it was a screenshot of our analytics, and we have I will bring that up right now. Let me look at it on this show. What are we looking at? Go ahead. I'm looking.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, yeah. Can't remember what all it was.
Here we go.
But I remember what you were talking about there.
Okay, so the vast majority of you guys that listen to the show, 98% to be exact, are from the good old US of A. See, now we have 2% from Germany, less than 1% in Australia, and less than 1% in Kuwait. Now, I have a question. How did you guys hear about it? And this is genuine. I'm asking you guys, our international listeners, please shoot us an email. WileyRoosterBoys@gmail.com. How did you hear about us? And it seems that you guys are return listeners, which we really appreciate that. And what's drawing you in? It's weird to me because I don't know. I'm just intrigued by the situation, I guess.
Yes, yeah, no, I agree 100%. I mean, it's pretty curious, actually.
Yeah, but I like it. I mean, it's cool to think that this show has gone, international and people are listening all over the world. It's kind of a confidence boost, I guess.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And there's one old boy from Poland. I can't remember his dadgum name right now, but he's actually going to be supposed to be a guest on the show here in not too long. I just got to get back with him. We got to set up a time. It's going to be difficult because I think they're 7 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was.
So we're going to have to figure out something on time. Is morning here, late afternoon, evening there. But
we'll make it work.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell you what, let's take our last break real quick, and then I want to talk about something that we just happened upon. We'll be right back. So every now and again, a blind hog will find an acorn. We just happened to be around some dumpsters the other day. That sounds really weird. I can't really make it not sound weird, so we'll just leave it at that. But we happened upon a tackle box. This tackle box was seemingly damaged, but I wanted to see what was up. So I jumped down there and went to pick it up, and this sucker was heavy. And my excitement just got the best of me, and I overshot. I was thinking there's like $1,000 worth of tackle in this thing at that point, but no, that's completely wrong. It's at least a few hundred, I would say.
I would say so.
Yeah, maybe $300 or $400, something like that. But I mean, there's huge jerk baits. There's spooks. There's rattle traps. There's all kinds of lipless. There's line, like maintenance stuff.
Looks like they'll buzz fly fishing at one point.
Yeah, I mean
doll flies. I hadn't seen doll flies long time. We had a few of those in there too.
I can't help but think it was either somebody's wife or somebody's something just threw that thing out. And man, if it were me, whoo man, I would be upset. But it was in the trash. So, what's that old adage? Finders keepers. So
I'm glad you spotted it, man. I walked right on past it.
Man, I cannot believe it. Who would do that? I mean, and granted, a lot of this stuff actually looks like it's for saltwater. A lot of those hooks look galvanized and stuff like that. And I still haven't even gone through everything in it completely yet. We've been planning on splitting that stuff up between us for like what, 3 days, 4 days. Just ain't got to it. But man, I was just ecstatic about that. I mean, it ain't every day you find a bunch of tackle for free.
No, not at all. I find occasional old fishing pole or something like that. That's about it.
Yeah. But before we go into too much anything else, I do want to talk to you guys about our future plans. I spoke earlier about, the support and stuff like that, and I want to give you guys a little bit of an idea how you guys would be supporting us. In the near future, granted I say near, that's a loose term, because as you guys know that in, I think, 49 or 50 days, my twin boys will be here, so I'll be kind of taking a little hiatus from the outing, so I'll still be doing the show, but I won't be going out as much for a little bit. But I say that to say this. What you guys have to look forward to. We plan on catching some hogs, doing the processing, and if you guys watched our video of that little campsite that we set up, home away from home, that's where we're going to be doing this. Most likely. We're going to be doing some catch and cooks there, gutting up animals, with a little twist. I won't show our full hand just yet, but it's going to have a little bit of a twist to it. And that's going to be some stuff you guys definitely don't want to miss.
Yep.
We are going to be doing, I mean, we're getting into hunting season, y'all. So, time is of the essence, when it comes to that. And speaking of hunting, pigs, man. Chris ain't the only one having problems. Up in our front few pastures, I mean, I bet there's collectively at least an acre or two that's just destroyed. I mean, they have just destroyed it up there. So I'm thinking
It's
about
crazy how bad they tear up the land.
and how few of them it needs to do it. You would think
Yeah.
probably 30 pigs came through here. No, in reality, it was probably 3 or 4.
Coming from Nebraska, we didn't have any of them. So
Really?
yeah. So I mean, people not having wild hogs, you don't realize what these things do. And I mean, you come down here to Texas, and it's crazy, dude. How much land they can tear up.
In a single night.
When I was doing fertilizing, I fertilized a lot of these farmers. They had what they call coastal. It's like a Bermuda grass, but it's a natural grass that they grow for hay,
Mm-hmm.
and that's their crop. And it was just amazing. These hogs would come in and just unroot all that grass. I mean, just big old swaths they would tear up. And it's unreal how much damage they do.
And that's like out here, man. I mean, these fields we grow, I mean, that's food for the cattle. And whenever hogs come in and start tearing it up, that's taking food out of the livestock's mouths. And
You're
it's
liable that's taking that out of your mouth as well.
yeah, I mean, it's the time of year where they tear it up, it ain't going to grow back, not until spring. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trapping some pigs. You guys have probably seen a couple of videos on my channel of the trap that I made. I have some improvements I want to make to it, but that's the trap I'm going to be using for now. I think this week I'm going to go get me some corn, get me some raspberry jello. For those of you who don't know, raspberry jello is like crack to these pigs. Even just do what you can do. Okay, let's say this. You guys want to go out and get you some pigs, and that there's been some traffic there lately with pigs. Go, dig you a hole about 6 inches by 6 inches by 6 inches. Just dig a hole and pour in a package of the raspberry jello mix. Just dry. Dry is fine. Pour that in that hole. Put the dirt back over it. Wait till dusk or whatever. Sit out there. Just wait. They'll be there. A lot of times it's the smaller ones that will go for it first. The older pigs are a little bit more wise. So I've had that happen to me. There's about 25 pigs come in. They were all about 40 pounds a piece. And then the 2 big ones, they were probably a couple hundred pounds a piece. They come in, all the little smaller ones, boom, went right over there to the bait. But the bigger ones stopped at the fence line. They're like, wait a minute, something ain't right here. Right. So pigs are pretty smart. But you can get them. So we're going to be doing some of that. I'm thinking we might be doing some squirrel, some rabbit, and we're definitely going to be doing some more fish.
Absolutely.
Man, cooking them fish over the fire, except for that one that we made into jerky, that was pretty rough.
Yeah, he still ate all right, though.
Yeah, he did. But, man, I'm just excited to get back to some normalcy. I tell you what. Don't get me wrong, it's been fun, but man, we've been running 100 miles an hour lately.
It definitely seems like that. It's just kind of odd being able to just sit here.
Yeah.
Just show. It's pretty nice. Dude, we had a great day, though. I mean, we really did.
It was an amazing day.
We hadn't really gone out and fished in how long,
No, not really.
Started to eat, I mean, yeah, we did some survival challenge, but that wasn't.
Yeah, that wasn't really enjoyable fishing, though. That was more.
It wasn't just a kickback day, just going out and catching some fish. And this day was just a blast. God,
no cameras, no worrying about none of that. It was great. But that's not to say that we don't like making videos for you guys, because we absolutely do. But every now and again, I'm sure you guys understand, you just want a day you can go out and just chill. And that's what today was. It was great.
It really was.
But we're going to wrap this up here in just a minute. Mike, I probably should have spoke with you first before I said all that before. But I'm going to reach out to you here in a minute and give you a shout about all that. So I guess we will kill it right here, and what we want you guys to do is reach out to us. We want you guys to email us. We want you guys to message us on Instagram, on Facebook, comment on YouTube, something. What more do you guys want to see? Because we're open. We're open for business. We want to get some more stuff out there that you guys are going to like. If it's outdoors, I can guarantee you we're going to like it.
Exactly.
So check out Wiley Rooster Boys YouTube channel. Check out Texas Wiles. Check out Rooster Outdoors. All those YouTube channels, please like and subscribe to those, because that's where you're going to see all the video content we put up. As far as the podcast goes, please rate it, share it, and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean that's about all we got today. I'm ready to go kick back, eat some stew or something, and relax, man.
It's kind of where I'm at, man.
So, until next time, guys, God bless y'all, and we will see y'all later.
Appreciate you guys.